it's Move It here from gamerdads.co.uk, here with another tour review for you. And as you can see, I'm experimenting a little bit at the moment with different camera setups, different macro studio setups. This is a new one I'm trying. Obviously a lot of YouTube videos have the standard white background, you know, a couple of bits of card or you know, something along those lines. And it's all well and good, but then sometimes if there's white on a toy or whatever, it gets washed out. This toy doesn't have any white, but because it's this is the Commander class Cyberverse Ironhide heavy munitions unit. But yeah, let me know in the comments below if this looks any better. I'm also not using my mic either, just to see if you can hear me just as well without it. So we'll see how we go. This is a new wave of Cyberverse figures coming out for the Transformers Prime line. As you can see, we have got switch to macro here so you can see it, hopefully. Actually, yes, macro works quite well with this. This is the Commander class. It's a #1 easy level Transformers Prime. And there he is. Cyberverse Ironhide heavy munitions. On the side you've got a picture of Ironhide here. Now he hasn't appeared in the Prime cartoon yet. Hopefully he will do, because Ironhide is an awesome character. But as you can see, he kind of looks like a bit from the things on his arm. He's got the standard translucent blue in this case because he's an Autobot weapons. Now if you've seen some reviews, I haven't got it yet, but you can get the large transforming vehicle playset base thing that goes with these things. The blue is there because each of those has got a little light feature on the end of a rope. If you search for them, you'll see them. I'll put some links below probably, and you can attach them to the end of these weapons and make them light up basically. So that's a nice little feature that they're doing. And here he is. Ironhide is always ready for everything as long as it involves a fight. Ah yes. Drink beer and fight and ask questions later by the sounds of it, this character. But there he is. He looks like a bit of a repaint of the movie Ironhide there. Very similar weapons and arms and things. There he is in his pickup truck style mode. And you've got Transformers Prime. And these are the playsets I'm talking about. This one for the Autobots, this one for the Decepticons. That's the better one, the Driller. Very good, and nice little, as usual, mosaic of all of them, and the usual gubbins on the bottom. Transformers Collectors Club Lion Mark. You know, I'm looking for Sad Onion Face. There he is, Sad Onion Face, because if you're under 3 you can't play with me. So there he is. Let's get him open and see what he looks like. And here is Transformers Prime Cyberverse Commander class Ironhide, opened up and out of his packaging. Why can't they just give these things better names, eh? Good lord, what a mouthful. But here he is. He's like a truck 4x4 Humvee-ish type situation, and you know, he's okay. As you notice there, he's got a few problems though. His tabs, unlike the first wave of Cyberverse Prime figures, and I've noticed a video actually on I Love Mess, Ray's channel. If you watch him, I'll put a link underneath. Very interesting video he did very recently, where he was agreeing with one of his other you know, Transformers video colleagues about the quality of plastic deteriorating in these toys, and I think I agree with him. And it was covering it from, you know, G1 up to now, but very interesting video. But even so, even in the last year, the plastic has got worse than the first wave Cyberverse ones. This one is a lot flimsier, a lot thinner. Definitely feels different. Definitely feels lighter. And as you can see, the tabs aren't great. I mean, I've tried and tried. If I push that tab in, it pushes that tab on the top there. If I push that tab in, and I'm having the same problem with some of the other waves, which I'll be reviewing very soon. But yeah, definitely quality-wise, has taken a step back from, say, this fella, which is the first wave bulkhead, should I say. That one feels a lot more solid. The plastic is still thin compared to G1 and compared to even animated and just before that. But these guys, as you can see, it's a size comparison. I'll show you this now, because he's also a commander class, and he's also a very similar style vehicle, if you will. Here they are from the front, very similar. From the top, Ironhide is a little bit longer, but as you can see, there he is, a little bit longer there, about the same height. But in terms of plastic, they're about the same. But even though this one's shorter and stumpier, it feels twice the weight in the hand of this one. Yeah, I know there's a lot more going on inside. That's a little bit more hollow, but still, I mean, you can probably see that on the. You can't really make it out on the camera, but it's just very thin and light. You'll see what I mean if you ever get these guys in your hand. I mean, he's okay. You know, he is what he is. I'll pan up a little bit. See if I can get it better in focus. There he is. There he is, and some more size comparisons. There he is with Cyberverse Commander Class Optimus Prime. We're going to get that better in focus. There you go. About the same length. The Cyberverse Commander Class ones tend to be about the same. I mean, you can see why. They've got profits to make and things. I mean, this one's definitely lighter. You can tell. But there he is with Optimus, and just for a comparison, here he is with one of the better Legion class Cyberverse figures. This obviously is Ratchet, hell of a lot bigger, and you can see, you know, it's basically half the amount of plastic used in the Legion class. I'll put him next to Bumblebee and things, but Bumblebee's like tiny compared to Ratchet, and he's quite a similar vehicle type, if you will, to this one, hence me showing him off. But there you go, that's his vehicle mode. We'll get him transformed now. Bit harder to get this hand in because of my new setup, but we'll go on regardless. It's not bad. I mean, here he is. He's got his see-through weapons here. I'll give you a quick shot of these actually before I put them on the robot. I think they are basically remolds of the Ironhide that was in the movie line, you know, the black one. Obviously this is remolded in see-through plastic, so when you put a light gubbin on the end, these light up, kind of ish. And you can also put them together and make one long weapon if you wanted to, or you can put them on his arms, which we'll see in a moment. But these are actually quite nice, decent detail, no arguments with them. So, to transform this guy, bit flimsy again, to be honest, but basically I'll start with the legs. As you can see, you can probably tell they're the legs. Pull them straight like that, separate them off, and then these fold out like at 90 degrees like that, and get the leg out, the foot out, and that's the foot. Fold that out, 90 degrees, get the foot out, and that's your legs done. Nice and easy. On the top, this gets a little bit more fiddly. Nice transformation though. He twists around. So, it's all about loosening him up first of all. So, if I turn him round here, let's turn him around to the back. You've got to loosen him up a bit. These bits on the front flap up all the way. So that flaps up and that flaps up. Okay? And then, what you have to do is... it's getting the tabs right though. From here is where it spins, okay? So you have to loosen this up so that, whoop, see, and I've taken his legs off already. There you go. Get this to an angle so you can spin this round, and it's kind of tricky, as you can see. Whoop. Now then, how did I do it before? These bits here are getting in the way. If you can see that, they stick out a bit. So you've got to kind of get those in so they're flat there, and then it will spin. If these are out even slightly, you see this bit here sticks out, which stops it spinning. So you've got to kind of loosen them up so they're out the way, whilst also not moving that bit, which is a bit tricky. But there you go. And you spin him round so his head comes to that is now the front of him, as you can probably tell. Flip round to the back again, we'll get rid of all this lot, and you just basically pull his arms down and away you go. So that arm down like that, and then you pull it a bit further, you hear a little click, so he's down at an angle. Same with this one. So if I be quiet, to there, and then push it a bit further, it won't break. Click and you're in. Okay, these flappy bits go forwards like that, and it's just basically a case of positioning his shoulder pads. These wheels, as you can see, are just clipped on. Look, you can pull them straight off. There they are. They just clip on there, and you can put them pretty much where you want. The official transformation is having them pointing to the back, so we'll do that. And this flap, again, you can pretty much do what you want. The official transformation is to bring that round so it's like that. A lot of you might not like that though, because obviously it's basically covering his hands up. But that is the official transformation. You can have him like that though, or you can have him like that, so his hands are a bit more free. Whatever you want to do, but we'll do the official one. And you basically stand him up like so, and there you have Commander Class Ironhide in his robot mode. And a quick cut just to show you, here he is, just like the movie version. You put these weapons in your peg holes on the side and away you go. Again, you can have him with the two in the end, and you can hold him in both hands if you want. Personally, I prefer this. He's a bit of a badass, going pew pew, you know. Get at some of that. We'll give you a quick close-up of the robot itself. It's, you know, it is what it is. It's nice. It's got a very G1 style head. Unfortunately, it's glued on. There's no movement on there. But even if it did move, to be honest, it'd be hindered by these things here, which are basically, I guess, shoulder pads, I suppose. Translucent light piping on his chest, just like the other Cyberverse toys. The gimmick is that can you see that as a translucent peg? That is going through to there. So again, you put that little on the play sets that you get with the light. You plug that onto there, and then when you switch the light on here on this toy, his chest will light up. Very nice. Lovely. I don't know if you can really make that out on the camera because I can't get too close, but there he is. Lovely little Autobot logo on there. Very nice, printed on that is, so that's alright rather than a sticker. Decent detail in his chest. Bit of red on his abdomen, red and black. Nice, you know, very, I guess, militant, I suppose. There he is on the back. And, you know, he is what he is. He's not my favourite Cyberverse toy, I must admit. Articulation wise, nothing up here. He has got full. It's just a bunch of ball joints basically. There's a ball joint there, so you've got full range of motion in, out, round and round. Just getting that out of the way. You get more motion if you move the wheels, of course. So you've got that there. You've got bending at the hip, at the elbow. You have got swivel at the elbow. Nothing in the hands because they're just moulded, so you know it's just a case of swiveling them to where you want them. Down to the hips, you've got ball joints either side here and here. Full range of motion all around there. You have got bendable knees, which is just a swivel bendable joint there. Bendable knees, and down to the foot, you have got some swivel in the foot, which is quite nice. And as part of the transformation, you have got some leverage down and up in the foot as well. So you can actually get the good old wide stance kind of thing out of him, you know, with his weapons going. So for the Cyberverse toy, he's actually quite, you can actually get some pretty damn cool poses with him, it has to be said. You know, here's what it is. He's cool. As I say, the plastic, as you can probably hear, it's just a bit flimsy, a bit meh. Even the joints, yeah, they're just ball joints, but for some reason they're just a lot looser than the other toys. It's just something, and I don't know what it is. And I agree totally with all you guys out there that have been complaining about the quality of the plastic, because it really has. And not this in Transformers. I'm not, you know, blaming just Hasbro. All toys really. And there's a lot of people saying that, you know, the price of crude oil has gone up and things, and that's why they're trying to keep the same profits by using less plastic. But your research shows it's not. I mean, it's now going down. So I don't know, really. I think really, this thing ain't gonna last. I mean, I've got some what would be the equivalent of Cyberverse figures, G1 star ones and G2 ones, and they're made of metal and die cast, and the plastic is nice and thick, and they are still as new as they were back in the day. They're brilliant. I've kept them safe in the attic. I mean, fair enough, vacuum sealed, but even so, they're brilliant, and I'm going to be doing a few of those very soon. And yeah, I just can't see these ones lasting as long. I really can't. Anyway, let's get some size comparisons in of the robot mode. So there is Ironhide, and here he is with the nearest equivalent vehicle and robot, really. It is the Cyberverse Commander class Bulkhead. You can see Bulkhead's a little bit taller, lot bulkier, a lot more plastic going into that guy, and you see my point. And again, he just feels heavier, he feels chunkier, he just feels better. Don't know why. I'm probably having a moan, but I do think it's a relevant point. There he is with Commander class leader Optimus Prime. Prime's a heck of a lot taller, and here he is with his old mucker. Whoop, if he can stand up. With his old mucker Ratchet there to pick up the pieces once he's been out smashing shit up. Would I recommend this guy? You know what? I don't know. He's he's great. He's a good little figure. He looks good. But the problem is, or at least the problem I have with him, is as I say, partly the plastic, very low quality plastic to me. In terms of robot mode, this newest wave, in terms of vehicle mode, I should say, this one doesn't really tab together. Maybe it's just mine, I don't know. I've tried different ways of transforming it and different orders to do things in, and it just doesn't want to seem to get stuck in there, which is a shame. The other thing is, especially for the guys in the UK, this is the newest wave of them, is this guy and Dreadwing, or basically one per crate. If they get a big box, a crate full of these things, and there's one in each crate of these, and then there's about 20 odd bumblebees as per bloody usual, and the odd bits and bobs of other people. Because of that, this guy and Dreadwing are as rare as rocking horse shit, as they say around here, and that is putting his price up in a way, because collectors are trying to get hold of full collections, and this guy doesn't really turn up. I saw him once and passed on him when he first came out a few months ago. I happened to see him down in Weymouth in Dorset. I was down there on holiday, funnily enough, and I didn't buy him. And then it took me another 5 weeks to find him. So yeah, you don't see him come across very often. I'd say if you are like me, going for a full collection of the latest wave of Cyberverse figures, by all means pick him up, because then you've got the complete collection. If you're just thinking about picking up just a Commander class Cyberverse just for your collection, he's your guy. Him, or perhaps Starscream or Megatron. Optimus, not really. He's not great either, to be honest. This guy, although he looks alright, he's just a bit disappointing. And I think that's the final word on him. But thank you for watching. Hopefully this new brown background might show off the colours a bit more, make them vibrant and make them pop a bit more. Let me know what you think down below. And in the meantime, do check out my channels. They are youtube.com/moobit and /moobitmusic for my personal stuff and toy reviews, blah blah blah. And I work for gamerdads.co.uk. Their channels are /gamerdadsuk and /retrocastuk, and I produce a weekly podcast for them, which is up on Podbean if you search Gamerdads, or if you go to iTunes again, search Gaming Dads and it's on there. Please do subscribe and give it a listen. 10,000 subscriptions and counting worldwide, so be amongst them. Thanks a lot. My blog is going to be on the show card at the end, so do check that out. And until next time, I've been Moobit. Take it easy.
I like to move it, bit, bit.